Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Through the Years. The last episode was very nice one. Also, we almost died. And in this episode, let's take a quick look at the team. Everybody's level 16, except for Gallade, because Gallade was already level 18, so didn't need any more leveling. I leveled everybody up to be at least somewhat competitive against the upcoming admin fight for Team Galactic, because usually the Broglie there is level 17. I did receive the message that those admin fights have also been ended. So I don't know what it's going to be like, but I figured it's going to be like a couple of battles before we even get there to begin with, and then so we'll probably get to level 17, maybe level 18 on some Pokemon when we get there anyway. Maybe Galas will be at like level 19 or even 20. Anyway, that being said, Clara has Pound, Stomp, and Milk Drink, and I actually don't know what Milk Drink does. So let's check that. The user restores its own HP by up to half of its maximum HP. It also may be used to heal an ally's HP. So that pretty much means that we don't need any potions anymore because we can use it in the overworld as well. That is extremely, extremely good. Then we've got Gary with Pound, Water Gun, Attracts and Rain Dance still. Bith has Pound, Amber and Smoke Screen. Gallade hasn't changed. Twitter has a pack, Quick Attack. Did we already have Wing Attack? We might have already had Wing Attack. And then Sparky has Tackle, Self-Destruct, very useful, and Takedown. Honestly, Self-Destruct might not be a bad thing to have in emergency situations where otherwise things die anyway, right? So the only thing I hope is that Pineco lives long enough to become a fortress. It was a fortress in the box. I didn't revert it back to Pineco. I Pokehaxed it back to a Pineco. And now it isn't Pineco. But I wanted to have Explosion because that's obviously much more powerful. But Self-Destruct already is 200 power and is very good in an emergency situation. Then another little note to go over here is that we have some dialogue. The first badge doesn't actually allow you to have Pokemon up to level 30. That's the second badge. So I did have to Pokehax the IDs for all the Pokemon in my team to match my current trainer ID, because otherwise I would have just been stuck and this series would have ended right here, right now. So that is something, even if something dies before the second gym, and not if, but when something dies before defeating the second gym, I will be doing that with the rest of the Pokemon I put on the team. That being said, I will also have a preference for Pokemon that I actually catch during the playthrough, but that's not going to be quite that many anymore. So I think those are the most important notes. Oh yeah, I did actually do the grinding manually, but something didn't go very well, let's say that, and I accidentally, when I wanted to save state, because I don't trust normal saving on emulators because sometimes it doesn't work, and I like to be able to do save states because I can have multiple save files, and then when something goes wrong, I still have the save file so I can re-record an episode when and if needed. Usually it's not needed, but it's good to have as a backup, right? So the very important thing though is that on any emulator for like a GBA, DS kind of thing, right? You press Shift and one of the function keys to save the state, and then you just press one of the function keys to load the state. So what happens if you have something saved on state 1 and you want to overwrite that, but you don't press shifts but accidentally press caps lock? What happens is you load state 1 and everything you did after your last save just gets lost. So like an hour of grinding was just gone, and I wasn't about to do that again. So I did Pokedex everybody up to level 16, but that's actually not that bad. But I did do it manually. I lost out on some EVs while grinding. That is the worst part of it. So honestly, I was thinking, should I just like give some EVs based on roughly an estimate of how many Pokemon I took down? I was like, nah, let's not. If anything, it's a little like a tiny punishment for using Pokedex, right? I'm losing out on some EVs, even though I did do the grinding manually beforehand. So with that all out of the way, how have you guys been? I have not been able to keep my backlog up because this is being recorded on Saturday, and this goes up on Monday. I had a week worth of backlog made last weekend, and then I wasn't able to record like at all during the week. So now it's the weekend again, and I need to redo that. But I also got work, so I probably can't do an entire week's worth of videos in this week. So it's going to be an interesting week for me to build the backlog back up, and it's going to probably take quite a few weeks to build all of that back up. But in other news, we're getting real close to the requirements for enabling monetization on the channel again, so that does make me happy. I think we're under 100 more watch hours away from that happening, so that's definitely happening within the next month or so. And this is not just an update video. I also remember how Mario 64 just randomly stopped and I started doing a Minecraft Let's Play for Minecraft 1.16. That is because I don't think I talked about that like outside of Discord at all. That is because I had to reinstall Windows, and because my hard drive was like dying really quickly on me. Well, it had been dying for like a year and a half, but over the like last month, things were dying very, very quickly, and I had to get myself a new drive. So I got a like very powerful SSD because I was like, if I'm gonna get a new drive to like install my Windows on, it might as well be like very good. And I got a M.2 PCIe SSD, which can like has sequential read speeds of 2.2 gigabytes and write speeds of 2 gigabytes per second. So that's like insane. It literally is. I press the power button, and like by the time, well, not literally, but very close to literally, by the time I like get into my chair, I'm at the login screen for Windows, and then I enter my password, and I immediately Windows is like there. It's glorious, because before what I had to do, and I don't think anybody on my current team actually has Rock Smash, so we'll need to give it to somebody. Before, what I did is I pressed the power button, and I knew that's going to take a while, so I go downstairs to maybe I'll use return on somebody, because that might be good, like on Clara, when Clara gets more happy. Actually, Clara might be a good one for Rock Smash as well. So yeah, I press the power button, I go downstairs, I make a cup of tea, I make my breakfast, and then by the time I get back upstairs, usually I like the computer will have posted. I'll be at the login screen for Windows, and then I enter my password, and then actually Windows still has to start up. So then I eat my breakfast, I drink my cup of tea, and by the time that is all done, I am in Windows, and like all of the like startup software has also started up. So that whole process would take about like 15 to 25 minutes every single morning. And right now that entire process has gone down to like probably under 15 seconds. It's very, very good for me. But again, that means I had to reinstall Windows, and I had to back up certain things. But I didn't realize that the emulator I used for the N64 games I play was actually like a installed piece of software. Like in contrast to the emulator I'm using right now, or the Visual Boy Advance for the GBA and the normal Game Boy games, right? Those are just exe files. You start up, you load the ROM into it, and you just go. You don't have to install it. You could, theoretically, I guess, run this emulator off a USB stick. I'd not recommend that. Although, over USB 3.0, that surely would not be that big of an issue. But you definitely could run it off a USB stick from like just a software perspective, as far as I know. Well, you cannot install things onto a USB stick, generally speaking. Maybe you can, but oh no. No. You're back again. Fuck you. You're gonna die. I'm 6 levels higher. You might be Rayquaza. I don't think that'll actually be a problem. funnily enough. Yeah, no, that's not a problem at all. So I didn't back that up. I backed up the ROMs I had, but I didn't realize I had to separately back up the save files. So the save files got kind of destroyed when I formatted my hard drive, which is a little bit sad. So I had to either like redo everything I had done up until that point, which was like almost 50 power stars, I think, in Mario. And I didn't really feel like doing that, and re-randomizing, especially Mario, which isn't as like one randomizer compared to the other randomizer compared to another randomizer. They're not that different. I mean, yeah, they are different, definitely, but nothing compared to like what a Pokemon randomizer does, or what like a Kingdom Hearts randomizer would be like. It's just the entrances to the levels which get swapped, and by and large that doesn't really mean that much. So I opted to not continue that with like a lot of let's Rock Smash and Water Gun, by like redoing everything I'd already done, or to restart and just restart the series with a different randomization patch, and instead go into doing Minecraft. But this morning, I realized, because I was thinking, okay, whoa, okay, that's potentially not good. Let's kill Gibble. So I was also doing the Zelda Ocarina of Time streams, right? And you might see where this is going, but I was like, okay, so if I can, over the next like 1 or 2 weeks, build up the backlog again and have a little bit more time in my life, I might be able to like pick up streaming 1 or 2 times a week again. And then it hit me. I don't have the Ocarina of Time save files anymore either. So for that, I'm probably going to do the same thing as I did with Mario, and that means just forget that I ever started that. And everything I've done up until this point, that's fine, that still exists, and at some point I might revisit Ocarina of Time again. But the whole idea for playing Ocarina of Time to begin with was to do a randomizer of it eventually after like Mario ended. But now that Mario's been replaced by Minecraft anyway, I don't see Minecraft ending anytime soon, because as of me recording this, after I record this, I will probably, bullet teeth isn't that bad, honestly. After I record this, I'll probably record another episode of this right away, but after that I'll probably go record the at least the search for the end portal episode, and maybe that's also just like the Ender Dragon episode. And that feels like, oh, surely you're close to the end. But really, that's only the beginning, because those are the standard Minecraft things you want to do. After that, things start to get interesting, because you'll do a lot more like off-screen mining, resource collecting, building farms, building interesting other farm buildings. That's when the series really will start, in my opinion, like 10 episodes in. So I don't see Minecraft going anywhere anytime soon, unless like actually nobody watches it. And so far, it's not like nobody watches it, but the views have been less than ideal compared to like Pokemon, or especially compared to Kingdom Hearts. But they've been decent enough, right? They're getting the same numbers roughly that Pokemon did about 3 months ago, which is not horrible. I mean, it kind of is, because it's like average 10 or lower, but I expected like a lot of videos without any views at all, and that did not happen. So I don't see Minecraft going anywhere anytime soon, and even after that, I doubt that I'll go into Acreus randomizer right away. I don't know what I'll do after Minecraft. Maybe if Minecraft keeps going for long enough, I'll just replace it with a different Minecraft series, especially if like you guys are into it. So there's a little reason for me to go into learning Ocarina of Time right now again, especially since we just did like the entire Child Link part of the game. We just became Adult Link, which is where the game gets fun. and we just like lost the save file. And I'm not about to do the entire child link thing again. I know that if I do it again right now, I'll probably average 2 dungeons per stream rather than 1 dungeon per stream, but still, I'm not gonna do that. So I don't know yet what I'll be live streaming when I start live streaming again. Also, I've got some like computer, I can catch a Pokemon here. Do not forget that. As a matter of fact, let's do that right now, before we forget. It might be a Minecraft-related live stream kind of thing. I'm thinking a Skyblock variation, probably a modded one, like Stoneblock or something like that, or something along those lines. It might be fun to do. Sky Factory, I've already played Sky Factory off-screen, and it's honestly, Sky Factory 4, that is, the one with the trees. It's honestly not that good. I don't like it that much. Probably not that one. But, and that's the doorbell. That's not for me though. So, I'm not entirely sure, but do let me know if you guys want to see anything. We already have an Olaf. Do let me know if you have any suggestions. Ball toy. I'll be right back. Sorry, there was a little bit of noise there. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions, specifically Minecraft related, oh, you don't take hits very well, do you? Minecraft related suggestions, that would be fantastic. If you have like non-Minecraft related suggestions, obviously that's fine too. Unlikely that I'm gonna do a Pokemon series. Unless Pokemon through the years like suddenly doesn't get any damn views anymore and I like finish Pokemon through the years as a live stream series, which would be fun as well to do that. But I'm probably not going to live stream a Pokemon series because there's a lot of grinding involved in that. And while that is fun for like a longer form, actually maybe it's not that bad to do a live stream of a Pokemon series. Especially one that is more grinding heavy. Could be fun. Could be fun. Probably not going to do it, but could be fun. Yeah, so that is like my general announcement for today. What we're going to do is we're going to take on the Team Galactic Grunts here. And then after that, we're going to end the episode. And the next episode will be taking on the admin fight and going into the escort mission. We will not be finishing the escort mission next episode. What I'll be doing is I'll be going right to the end of Eternal Forest. That's what it is. I was thinking, what's the dungeon name? We'll be going right to the end of Eternal Forest, but not actually finish it, so that I can use the instant healing you get from having a double partner to grind for the next gym. And obviously the other admin fight for Team Galactic you have straight after that gym. So that is a little bit of like, I don't even want to call it clever strategy because it's really just like using your brain for like more than half a second. But it is something that at some point, I think during the Pokemon Platinum Ice monologue I did, was suggested to me live. Like, you can grind very easily if you just have, I think it's Cheryl with you, because she'll just heal your Pokemon after every single battle. Downside is, if something dies during grinding, you can forget about it. So that's a little bit of a downside. That wasn't all, although I did like nothing like attention-wise. I don't know what's up with my commentary today. I've not been sleeping very well over the last couple of days, and I feel it about like everything. I feel my focus is like absolutely shit. But I also like I've got a little bit of a stomach ache, and just like I feel generally tired, but also just like just not in sync with like myself, right? It's like my brain is running at like 90% speed compared to my body, so it doesn't end up working like half the time, because my brain's like let's do this, and then my body does it, and then my brain's like, okay, let's do this, but my body is like still doing a different action because they're not synced up, and then and exactly the same happens with talking. I am saying one sentence, and while I'm doing that, I'm thinking of the next sentence, and that just like short circuits my brain, and I I'm brain dead. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Also, Azulf, one of the legendary Pokemon here. Clara is level 18. Maybe we should be switching Clara for something else. Clara's being a powerhouse, though, and I'm enjoying it quite a lot. And that's a Swampert. Talking about powerhouses, let's go into Galant, because, well, grass types, obviously. Swampert should be giving me quite a lot of experience. Maybe, probably not enough to get to level 20, especially since, yeah, it's only level 11, but then again, it is a fully evolved Pokemon, so it might actually give enough experience for me to almost get to level 20. In which case, we'll have to take on some more Galactic Grunts before getting to the admin fight, which, that's not bad. Actually not bad. I'm actually kind of happy with the amount of experience I got there, believe it or not. So, I just realized, by the way, that the order of the badges on the overlay is the order of them in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, not in Pokemon Platinum. So that's gonna be a thing. I think I've made that mistake in every single series in Pokemon Platinum I've ever done. I think I've always used this order. While in Pokemon Platinum, obviously, you get Fantina's gym as the 3rd, not the 5th. So I'm not gonna fix it now because that would just look silly. Can we do the honey thing? In theory, yeah, but in practice, we're not gonna, is the thing. And I'm not gonna buy things from you. So before we go into the Team Galactic building and admin fight next episode, I'll do something that I did not do or didn't even have the chance to do. Because I didn't have money. I spent money on my Pokeballs, which I think still was more important than spending money on potions. But now I have a little bit of money to spend on potions. So let's get some potions before we actually go in there, which we'll be doing next episode, obviously. But how many potions can we actually get? So we can get like 5. And we've also got Milk Drink. We need to realize we also got Milk Drink. So let's get 5 potions. We already had a couple potions we picked up, so I think we have like 7 or 8 now in total, which should be plenty enough. And now, how does Milk Drink work, right? Why not? Can I only use Milk Drink outside of battle on different Pokemon? I still don't understand how this works. Why is it a outside of battle thing if you can't use it on yourself? Probably because in that case, Miltank would never die. And keeping Miltank alive would be very important to keeping the rest of your team alive because you can Milk Drink them after every battle. And it doesn't even take PP if you do it outside of battle either, right? So that's going to be interesting. Next time, Team Galactic, here we come. Until then, I'm a vlogger, you have been awesome as always. Bye.